Good evening, Jai Hind. I hope I am properly audible and visible. Good evening. So, I hope I am properly audible and visible to everyone. Good evening. So, in the last week, we have started this one series for science and technology, where we have discussed around 15 questions from the month of January 2024. Okay. So, I think you have revised all those questions. We have got around 12 or 13 topics from January and a few topics from the month of Feb 2024. So, I hope you have revised all of them. Now see, we have started in the last week itself, we have started this preparation for the prelims examination. So I hope you are catching with that. I hope you are revising that also from time to time. So there is one more thing, last week I told you about, I asked you one more thing to do. I asked you about the maps also. So can you tell me how many of you have gone through that map work? How many of you have gone through that map work? What you have denoted on the map? What are the locations which you have denoted on the map? Tell me this part. What you have denoted on the map? Anyone have done that map thing or not? Classical dance, okay? Fine, classical dance. Anyone else? Okay, you have not done yet. It was supposed to be done by Sunday itself. Anyone else who have made any other map? See, what I am telling you, it's not that you have to simply do it because I am saying it. I have told you to denote it on map because in many subjects, including geography is one thing which all of you will do through the map. But there are other subjects also where you need to do it on the map so that you can visualize it. You can have the pictographic memory of those things or those topics, which will help you to memorize them quite easily. Okay. Okay, so a few of you have done this mapping part. I hope all those who are writing about dance form, I think all of you might have done it. Okay, tomorrow again I will ask you the same question. Tomorrow again I will ask you the same question. I expect that some more themes might get covered by you in upcoming 2-3 days. Once you have shown me once you have told me about certain maps, then I will start with this. Okay, rivers of India. Okay, fine. River is also one thing you can do. Just take a few plain blank maps. Just get a few blank maps. I think if you are living in any part of the country, you can get a few blank maps at the stationery shops. Even if you are not getting it, you can get it print out or you can get it from the photostat copies also. Okay. All ports of India. That's good. So tell me some more themes tomorrow, and then we will do something about this mapping session also. Okay. Fine. So let's see what are the topics which we are going to cover. First thing is we will talk about the hypersonic missile which India has recently done. hypersonic missile system which India has recently tested. So this is one of the topic which we will discuss. Second thing is we will talk about this tuna fish also, that the government is focusing on making this tuna fishing like hub of India for Andaman and Nicobar. And then we will talk about CISF, because a full female battalion of CISF has been inducted now. So that is why it is there in the news. We will discuss about CISF also. And then Dominica, a small country in the Caribbean, they have given this greatest honor of their country to Indian Prime Minister. So in this context, we are going to discuss all these topics. Now, before we go into that, some questions from science and technology which we are going to solve from the month of Feb 2024, February 2024, that is the month which we are focusing on. So look at this question, and I think it may be easy for many of you, but still, this is one question. A term ergosphere is often seen in the news. It is related with what? A term ergosphere is often seen in the news. It is related with global warming, ice beneath the oceans, global cooling, or black hole. A term ergosphere is often seen in the news. It is with respect to what? We have four options: global warming, ice beneath the oceans, then we have global cooling, and black hole. Guess some answer says D option. One answer is A also. Anyone else? D option. D option is black hole. Okay. So I think most of you know the answer for this. Suppose when we are talking about like, if we are talking about a black hole, okay, so this point here is called as singularity. This point, the black hole, the actual point, it is called as singularity. Then there is a boundary of it. There is a boundary of it which is called as event horizon. There is a boundary of it. It is called as event horizon. So when anything reaches to this boundary, event horizon, it cannot come back. But the other part, this other part which is here, this other part is called as ergosphere. This is about the bending of, like this is the point where event horizon or the boundary of black hole starts. This is what we call as boundary of the black hole. Okay, this is what we call as boundary of black hole. So if someone crosses this, event horizon, they will not come back, or any radiation which is crossing this event horizon, it will not come back. But if there is anything in ergosphere, it can rotate and it can also come back. This portion is here called as ergosphere. This portion here is called as ergosphere. So ergosphere is that portion of black hole which is beyond the event horizon, means after the ergosphere, there is event horizon, and post the event horizon, there is black hole. Okay. So of course, here the answer is black hole. Okay. Now, coming to the second question, which of the following is correct with respect to e-ink technology? There is one thing called as e-ink technology. It is quite much famous in 2024. So here we have, it is a method of digital signature with quantum encryption. Second is, it is a digital display with lesser power consumption and less eye strain. It is a digital technology used to develop quantum computers with very high speed. It has been recently developed by SpaceX technology. So with reference to e-ink technology, what is correct? Question number 2. Now tell me about this question with respect to e-ink technology. Good evening. So what will be the answer here in the case of e-ink technology? One answer is option D. Anyone else? Read the statement again. It is a method of digital signature with quantum encryption. It is a digital display with lesser power consumption and less eye strain. It is a digital technology used to develop quantum computers with very high speed. And fourth is, it has been recently developed by SpaceX. Okay, a few answers as D. Some people are also giving option as B option. Anything else? Okay, see, if we are talking about this e-ink technology, what is this? You might have seen one thing called as Amazon Kindle. Amazon Kindle. So normally what you will find that there are certain types of display. Now these days there are certain types of display like Amazon Kindle and all other things, which has very like a very small amount of light getting emitted from these tablets or these devices. So this is a form of display technology which is using the charge particles, to like to appear as ink over the screen. So it is like black screen is there, and then over that you will find that some white ink is like ink like thing is present over there. So it is a type of display technology. It uses very less power and it has less strain on the eyes also. It is not like LED or LCD from where huge amount of light is coming towards you. It is like a simple display screen from where light is coming out, but in a very small amount. It is the charged particles which are appearing there as the ink. So that is called as e-ink display system. One of the major thing which is using it is Amazon Kindle. Kindle tablets are there. There you can read certain things. So they are made up of using this e-Kindle technology. Recently, there was a minimal phone. There was a phone called as minimal phone. So minimal phone has also been designed, or minimal mobile system has also been designed using the e-ink technology. So like we have LED, LCD screens. Similarly, we have the e-ink display units also. So it uses less power and is less eye straining also. That is, it is a type of display. This is basically a type of display screen. Okay. So here the answer will be B option. It is a digital display with lesser consumption and less eye strain. Third one, consider the following statement with respect to global initiative on digital health. It has been launched by G7 countries. It aims to accelerate the implementation of global strategy on digital health. So which of the statement given above is are correct? One only, two only, both one and two, neither one nor two. What would be the correct answer here? Global initiative on digital health. It can be used in other products also. It is a display technology. It can be used in other products also. But one of the challenge of e-ink technology is, if we compare it with LCD and LED, it is not very much effective. Making large screens from e-ink display system is somewhat not very much suitable or not very much productive. So here we have question number 3, global initiative on digital health. What would be the correct answer? It has been launched by G7 countries. It aims to accelerate the implementation of global strategy on digital health. So I think all of you are revising the topic. That is a very good thing, which I can observe that. Of course, there are a few people only which are coming here on daily basis, but I'm glad that you are working very hard. You are practicing all these questions. You are revising them also from time to time. So that is a good thing. So yes, it has been launched by G20 countries instead of G7 countries. So this first option is incorrect. Basically, it has been launched by WHO. It has been launched by WHO during the G20 event, which was there in India. So WHO launched it. World Health Organization launched it at G20 event. At G20 event during India's presidency of G20. During India's presidency. Okay. So this is why this global initiative on digital health is an important topic, because it was launched by WHO during the G20 presidency of India. So this first statement here is incorrect. Second is very much simple, so it is going to be correct one. The correct answer will be B, that is 2 only. Okay. Now, coming to the next part. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission is not under this. Ayushman Bharat Digital Mission has been launched earlier itself, but it represents one of the missions of this global digital health strategy, digital health initiative. Okay. Consider the following statement with respect to rhodamine B. It is used as a coloring agent for dyeing in textile, paper, leather, and paint industry. It is allowed to be used in food as a coloring agent. Continuous use of rhodamine B can lead to liver dysfunction and even cancer. So we have 3 statements. How many statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, and D is none. Rhodamine. Question number 4. Option B. Okay. 4 people. Everyone is giving option B. Tamil Nadu has banned it. Okay. Tamil Nadu has banned its used in cotton candy. Okay. So I think yes, all of you are revising it. That is a good thing. It is used as a coloring agent for dyeing in textile, paper, leather, and paint industry. It is the correct statement. It is allowed to be used in food as a coloring agent? No. FSSAI has prohibited. The Food Safety and Standard Authority of India has prohibited this, prohibited to be used in food as a coloring agent. So this second option here is incorrect. The third option is very much correct, that continuous use of rhodamine B can lead to liver dysfunction and even cancer of intestine or other cancer. So this third option is correct here. First option is correct here. Second option is incorrect. FSSAI has banned it or prohibited it for used in food products. Okay. So second option is incorrect. The answer will be B, that is only 2. Okay. One more question. Which of the following statements are correct with respect to quasar? It is a neutron star that emits X-rays regularly. It is the remaining portion of a sun-like star with no lights remaining. It is a bright core of a distant galaxy that is powered by a supermassive black hole. It is a celestial object of Milky Way galaxy with brightest light. So here we have, which of the following statement are correct with respect to quasar? I think all of you are getting the correct answer in most of the question. That is the best thing. I hope the question paper is not getting leaked. Five option. Sitesh is saying option C for 5. CBA, okay. C for correct. Okay, so I think you all have got the answer key itself. So yes, C option is correct one. It is a bright core of a distant galaxy that is powered by a supermassive black hole. So this C option is absolutely correct. The first option here, it is basically a pulsar. Pulsar is something which is continuously emitting the X-rays regularly. Okay. Second, it is the remaining portion of a sun-like star, which will be called as a dwarf star. Okay. It is simply called as a dwarf star or white dwarf or black dwarf, etc. So this C option is correct. It is called as quasar. It is nothing. Okay. So C option will be the correct answer here. It is a bright core of a distant galaxy that is powered by a supermassive black hole. Okay. So this is quasar. Okay. So I think all of you have got the answers beforehand, or either that, which is highly unlikely, or the second thing is simply that you all are working quite hard. I think many of you are revising the topics on regular basis. So that's a good thing, that if you look at the 20 topics which we have covered so far, many of you have been able to give the correct answer for those questions. So it seems you are working hard, and in this way, suppose that even if we are able to cover around 100 topics or 120 topics of science and technology in this manner, then I think your preparation for science and tech, the current affairs part, is done. You won't need anything extra to be done after this. Okay. So once you have completed these 100 or 100 plus questions, which we are trying to do here, I think after that your preparation for current affair portion of science is done. Just focus on the static part and you will be able to solve most of the questions in exam. Okay. Now, so in Fab, there was also news about CAR T cell therapy, but you didn't ask. See, the thing is, we have covered just 5 or 6 questions of Fab till now. There will be more questions. It's not that Fab 2024 has been entirely covered. We have taken 3 days almost to cover the current affairs of January, 2.5 days. It is just 1.5 days for Fab. We will have, I think, 1 more day for Fab related current affairs. So yes, you will get it. Don't worry. Okay. That's good. Now, so this is one thing that we are going to start with. India conducts historic flight test of hypersonic missile with a range of 1500 kilometer. Okay, so that is the news article. Basically, the Defense Research Development Organization, it has checked one of long range hypersonic missile on the coast of Odisha on Sunday last day. Okay, so if we look at this, what we see, like this missile can carry a payloads over around 1500 kilometer. But tell me one thing first, what is a hypersonic missile? What is a hypersonic missile? What is hypersonic missile? Pinaka, DRDO. Yes. So if we look at this, hypersonic missile means speed going up to like 4 or 5 Mach. That is what we call as hypersonic missile. Generally, there is one thing called as like subsonic. Subsonic means speed less than sound. Speed less than sound. Then we have supersonic. Supersonic. So here speed equal to, sorry, speed more than sound. And when we talk about hypersonic, it goes up to like 5 Mach, 4 to 5 Mach, means here the speed of the missile is going to be 4 or 5 times more than the speed of sound. The speed of sound is like 340 meter per second. So it is going to be going more than that. It is going to be like 1500 meter per second. 1500 meter per second. That is going to be its speed. Okay. So this is one part of like near about, it is going up to the speed of 1.5 kilometer per second. That is going to be its speed in its speed. That is a hypersonic missile. Okay. Then if we talk about this, there are two types. Hypersonic is defined like at least 5 Mach. Okay. It has got high maneuverability. Okay. There are one more thing. There is one missile called as ballistic missile. This missile is called as ballistic missile. This is called as a ballistic missile. Whereas there is another thing called as cruise missile. Cruise missile. So if I give you two options, one is Agni 5 and BrahMos. Can you tell me which one of them is a cruise missile and which one of them is a ballistic missile? Which one of them is cruise missile and which one is ballistic one? Which one is cruise missile? Which one is ballistic? BrahMos was ballistic. Okay. Some are saying BrahMos as cruise missile. See, when we talk about cruise missile, it has got this horizontal motion. It has got this horizontal motion. And when we talk about this ballistic missile, it has got this parabolic motion. So Agni 5 or Agni series of missile is a ballistic missile, whereas BrahMos, it is a cruise missile. Okay. BrahMos is like a cruise missile, whereas this Agni 5 is a ballistic missile. So normally what we see that this Pinaka missile system, it has been developed as a cruise missile system. which has got higher maneuverability. Okay. So in the ballistic missile, they have almost a fixed trajectory that they will go only at a specific point, whereas cruise missile can change its position at any point of time. They can also pursue a moving target. They can also change their target at various points. So that is the advantage of a cruise missile. Okay. So there is one more thing. There is a hypersonic glide vehicle. So it is launched via rockets and then glide to the target. Second thing is hypersonic cruise missiles powered by scramjet engines, allowing them to pursue targets. So here we have the example of BrahMos. So some of them are like first launched via a rocket and then they glide over the target. Okay. There are others which are like powered by scramjet engine. They have their own engines and everything, and they can pursue the targets. They can also pursue a moving target as well. That is the power of hypersonic cruise missiles. Hypersonic cruise missiles can also follow the target, that in which direction they are going. Okay. Now, what we see, this advantage of this missile, they can perform long range strike or defend on mobile targets. Okay. They can also use kinetic energy for destruction. Okay. And they can also fly at lower latitudes, making them harder to detect. Okay. So there are multiple advantages. First thing is they can perform rapid long range strikes or on defended or mobile targets. So if anything is moving also, hypersonic missiles or simply the cruise missiles can target them. Second thing is they can use kinetic energy. Their speed itself is sufficient to destroy something. If something is moving at the speed of 5 times the speed of sound, they can simply collide with anything and the things will be destroyed. Third thing is they can fly at lower altitudes where they will not be easily detected by the radars. So that is also the advantage of these hypersonic cruise missiles. Okay. So this is one thing, this is what we have been developing. Okay. Now, there are certain challenges also. In the case of cruise missiles, what we find, there is an intense heat from friction and maintaining precise maneuverability. When you are gliding or when you are moving in the lower part of atmosphere, there is going to be more friction, and even when you are changing the path, there is going to be friction. For ballistic missiles, it is simply come and destroy. For cruise missiles, they are taking different paths following any target, so there is high friction. Okay. Then connectivity and communication issues during high speed flight. So if something is moving at the speed of 5 times that of sound, then there can be communication glitches also. Okay. Then we have also higher cost as compared to the ballistic missiles. Okay. You can see India has got a number of ballistic missiles. We have got a number of ballistic missiles. We have got very high advanced ballistic missiles also. But for cruise missiles, we have few options. We have got few options and only a few better technologies have been developed. One of the major one being BrahMos. Okay. And now we are developing the second one. Okay. So this is what we are trying to do. But the benefit is in nearby areas. If you look at India, India needs to secure its border from its neighboring countries. India don't have to fight a war with, let us say, US or any other country, or UK or any other country. India has to mostly safeguard its border from the countries like China, from countries like Pakistan. And in these regions, we need these cruise missiles which can target on some specific moving targets also, and also can get undetected by the radar as well, because ballistic missiles go upside. Once they go upside, of course they can be easily detected. That's why ballistic missiles are easily destroyed by the anti-missile system. They're easily destroyed by the anti-missile system. But then cruise missiles can go at a lower height and they can remain undetected for a long period of time. So that is the best part about this cruise missiles. Okay. Now, if we look globally, Russia and China are leading. US is also developing various hypersonic missiles. Okay. And France, Germany, Japan, and all other countries, they are also working on hypersonic cruise missiles. Russia is, of course, leading in this. They have got this like Zircon missiles. One of the most famous one is Zircon missiles, which is very much powerful. Okay. Which is very much powerful. That is Zircon missiles. Okay. That is true that the cruise missiles can change its path during flight and it is difficult to detect. So yes, that is correct. Okay. So that is our first topic about the missile system. Now, coming to the second topic, there is one thing called as tuna fish. Let me show you the fish. This is the tuna fish. I think some of you might have seen this. You might recognize it from the market. So this is our tuna fish. And what we have seen that there is a rise of export by 31% in 2023-24. It is one of the most commercially valuable fish, and that's why the government is looking for more options for sourcing the tuna fish. Dairy and meat products are one of the main items. Dairy, fish and sea products are one of the main items of exports from India. Okay. So tuna fish is one of the highly commercially valuable fish in India. Okay. And our export is also rising. So government is looking at new options, and one of the option is Andaman and Nicobar Island group. So this is one group where we have high prevalence of tuna fish also, and if this area is explored properly, we can have development of the region also. We can have more amount of export of tuna fish from India. So it has two advantages. One is exports will increase. Second thing is development of Andaman and Nicobar. See, like there is one thing. If you have been following this current affairs session from the month of July when we started, you might have seen that we have discussed at least 2 or 3 times about Andaman and Nicobar Island. Even some of you who have attended the offline sessions, maybe in the month of April also, we have got this comprehensive article with respect to Andaman and Nicobar Islands. So in 1 year, we have got at least many such news articles, especially with reference to Andaman and Nicobar. Some positive also, some negative also. But the thing is, it is continuously there in the news. Lakshadweep was there in the news for one period of time. Lakshadweep was there in the news in the beginning of this year, only once. But if you look at Andaman and Nicobar, it has been continuously there in the news. There is some, there is allegations of a scam also. There is allegations of environmental violation also. There are discussions for strategic development of Andaman also, and so many things. So yes, Andaman is one thing which is getting the limelight in the recent times, and now you can see that government has again started to focus on development of this area as an export hub for tuna fish. Okay. So that Andaman and Nicobar is getting a lot of attention. You can expect a question in prelims as well as mains from this area about the strategic relevance of Andaman. Okay. So prepare this area very much honestly. This is one portion from where you can get some question. Okay. Now see, so tuna, it is basically an ocean dwelling bony fish. Okay. This is found in both tropical and temperate waters, and they are also responsible for migrating long distances in the water. But tuna, they will not be asking about you tuna fish. They can simply ask you about the locations of Andaman and Nicobar. Okay. So just tell me a few things. Tell me a few things, like if we talk about Andaman, we have one active volcano in this region. What is the name of that, and in which portion it is located? In the Andaman Island group or the Nicobar Island group? We have one active volcanic island here. So what is the name of that and where it is located? In the Andaman side or the Nicobar side? There are so many missiles available for war, so why does the army fight face to face from both sides? See, when they use missile, when army is fighting side by side, it is some army personnel who will be hit. They are well trained, and there is a chance that many of them can easily, some of them might get fatal shot, means some of them might die also. Many of them can get some treatment also, they can recover. But when we are using missiles, then missiles will kill thousands of people at one point of time. Many of them can be simply civilians. Many of them can be children and women also. Many of them can be innocent civilians who have nothing to do or no such a stake in the war. That's why lesser use of missiles, more use of armed forces. So there is this barren island group. There is this barren island. Okay. It is located somewhere here. The barren island is located at this point. Okay. We have got this Nicobar Island. Here we have the 11-degree channel. You can see this is 11-degree channel. Here at this point, you will find the 10-degree channel. Okay. So 10-degree channel is separating Andaman from Nicobar. The 10-degree channel is separating this Andaman from Nicobar. Okay. Here we have got the Port Blair. One of the famous island here is Sentinel Island. Sentinel Island is here. It is one of the famous islands. Recently, we have seen that there has been renaming of multiple island groups in this Andaman and Nicobar area. So multiple islands have been renamed, although also some of them have been named after Subhash Chandra Bose, some after some other people. So we have got renaming of multiple islands in this area. Okay. So it is quite much famous. Okay. Now coming to the later thing, we have got one thing, CISF, Central Industrial Security Force. So what is the news here? The first all-women battalion approved for CISF. Okay. So we have got this approval of all-women battalion for Central Industrial Security Force. Okay. So can you tell me, like, what is the main working profile of the CISF? Where do they mostly work? Where do you find the CISF people? Where do we have the presence of CISF? Airports, industrial area. Okay, anything else? What you will find that in many of the strategic locations, in many of the commercial or public places, there is generally deployment of Central Industrial Security Force. Okay. So what we see that this was established under the Central Industrial Security Force Act 1968. It was established under this Central Industrial Security Force Act 1968. It is the only force with a dedicated fire wing also. It has got a dedicated fire wing also in this CISF. Okay. What we see that it protects the premises, staff, properties and establishment. That is its main role. Second thing is, it is also securing strategic facilities like Department of Space and Atomic Energy. Okay. So, space, atomic energy or staff, premises, property, establishment, there you will find CISF. At the same time, provide security to protected persons with Z plus, Z, X or Y classification. So you might have heard about all those security arrangements: Y category security, Z category, X category, Z plus security. So these all securities are being provided by CISF personnel. Okay. So they are the one who are providing this. They are the one who are providing this security to these people. Okay. Then at the same time, you can see all these are the Central Armed Police Forces. We have got this Assam Rifles. Okay. We have got the Assam Rifles. Okay. Then we have Border Security Force, Central Industrial Security Force, CRPF, that is Central Reserve Police Force. Okay. Then Indo-Tibetan Border Police, the National Security Guard and Sashastra Seema Bal. Sashastra Seema Bal. These are the 7 forces where we are counted under the Central Armed Police Force. They are counted under the Central Armed Police Force. So we have an examination also. You might have seen that there is also examination, CAPF. Some of you might have appeared for that examination also. If you have not, and if you like this, then you can go for it. The syllabus is same as that of UPSC, a little bit change. Just go for this examination. You have a very good option there also. Okay. India and South Africa has many issues with respect to what? Okay, so your father is in CISF. Okay, so this is Security Force, Central Armed Police Force. Okay, one more last topic, that is about Dominica. Okay, I had done map of dance form and tribes. Okay, I will come to that again. Okay. Now, see, there is one more thing, one more topic, that is Dominica. So what we have seen, Dominica has honored Indian Prime Minister. Okay, the award is simply called as the Dominica Award of Honor, and why it has been given, recognizes his support during the COVID-19 pandemic and commitment to strengthening bilateral ties. So Dominica Republic has honored the Indian Prime Minister especially for support during the COVID times, and also because of improvement in bilateral ties. Okay, so if we look at this country, Dominica, okay, it is also a member of Commonwealth. You might be aware about the Commonwealth of Nations. Can you tell me what is this Commonwealth of Nations? What is this Commonwealth of Nations? Anyone, can you tell me what is this Commonwealth of Nation? You can go in CAPF, like I think many of you are under the age of 24 years. So up to 24 years, you can apply for this. There is simple requirement. You have to be graduate, and then you can apply for this. Countries who were colony of England, not who are colony of England, countries who were under the colonial power of England, for them what the British thought in the 1940s, that we will create a group, a commonwealth of nation. All the countries who are getting independent, they have to become the member of this, and then we will try to have a control over these countries. So with that aim, they got this establishment of commonwealth countries. Okay. So there India also participated. India also became a member of this commonwealth of nations, and it was believed, like many people at that time, they said that India should not have become part of this commonwealth of nation, because we have just came out of this 200 years of British occupation, illegal occupation, and now we are again becoming a part of their group. So it might undermine our sovereignty and everything. Okay. But we have seen that it's not so. Commonwealth of nation, although it is not any group also, it is just a like a namesake, or you can simply say that it is just there for formality now. It is just there for formality now. But yes, generally the countries who are belonging to Commonwealth, they try to show that we have a common legacy, we have a common historical linkage in form of British illegal occupation over the country. Okay. So this Commonwealth member since 1978, it is in the Eastern Caribbean Sea, and it has got this Caribbean Indian community also. It has got huge number of Caribbean Indian community also, the Indian diaspora. Okay. So that is one part. Okay. If we look at this geographical feature, it is basically like volcanic origin. This is an island in the Caribbean, so having this volcanic origin. Okay. It is having soil rich in alluvial and volcanic soil, not that much necessary, just a simple. There is one mountain Diablotines, okay, and mountain Trois Pitons. So these are some mountains, although you can ignore this part also, but just know that it is there in the East Caribbean Sea. East Caribbean Sea. Can you tell me what is the location of this Caribbean Sea? Where do we have this Caribbean Sea? Where do we have this Caribbean Sea? Okay. So where do we have this Caribbean Sea? Anyone? It is near this part of Mexico. Okay, you can see just between North and South America, there is an entire region of smaller countries, that is the Caribbean Sea. Okay, so if you look at Dominica, it is this Dominica country is here. Okay, and this is in the Atlantic Ocean. Near the Atlantic Ocean and Caribbean Sea, this Dominica is located. Okay, so you don't have to see in the details of this, just know it is there in East Caribbean Sea. It is more than sufficient. Okay, so it is a Caribbean countries. If they ask you location sometime, where it is located, only that much is sufficient. Otherwise, you don't have to go in detail of it. Okay, just that in some of the examination, they can ask you that which country has given this honor for like work during COVID or other things, or which they can give you various names, and out of that you might have to choose one option. That option will be Dominica. Okay, so Dominica has given this honor to Indian Prime Minister, so that is sufficient. Other than that, just knowing that it is in the Caribbean Sea, it is more than sufficient. Okay, so that is one of the location which we can see from here. Okay, that will be all. In tomorrow's session again, we will have science take question from Feb 2024. Okay, till now we have got 20 questions. Okay, around 12 questions from January, around 8 questions from Feb. So we will have some more questions from the month of Feb 2024, and then we will move to the March session also. Okay, I am very much glad that you have been able to give all the correct answers. Okay, So thank you so much. All the best. Let's meet tomorrow and then we will discuss the remaining things. Thank you. Also one more thing, like you all might be aware about this, that from tomorrow, like from today itself, for the students who are there in Hindi medium, there is a online answer writing session which is going on tomorrow. From like tomorrow is Tuesday, so tomorrow at 7 p.m. on this channel, KGS IAS English, okay, we will have a session on answer writing, a free session on answer writing. Okay. So you will be provided the question. You will get the question on the app. You can simply get the question. Question is there on KGS app or website. Okay. There is a program in which you can enroll, which is free for all. Okay. So you can simply upload your answer there. Upload your answer, and in tomorrow's session we will discuss the model answer of that question. Also along with that, we will also be seeing some of the copies over there. Okay, so no problem. Today yes, there will be class of Jeet sir in Hindi medium session, and tomorrow we will be doing it in the English medium session. We will continue it. I think Tuesday is there, Wednesday is there, and Friday is there. So Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So we will have 3 sessions per week on this answer writing also. Okay. So that will be all for today. Let's meet tomorrow for the current affairs session also, and for this answer writing session also. I will also be meeting some of you 1 hour later in the Adhyan batch session also. So let's meet then, and then we will discuss the remaining things. Thank you everyone. Take care. Thank you.